Nova Guest List Podcast
with Kieran McGuinness.
The very best in indie, alternative and homegrown music from the seriously addictive Radio Nova.
And we are here with Cormac from the band Stoat. How you doing, Cormac?
I am doing well.
You're doing well and you're sounding great.
Thanks very much.
We're talking about the band Stoat, who a lot of people don't know. You've got a new album coming out next Friday called I Contain Multitudes. It's an excellent album, but you know, your sound has kind of moved around genres quite a bit. I think some of your early stuff had some reggae in it.
Yeah.
It had some kind of, you know, almost Russian influence.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah. That whole Balkan sort of harmonic minor stuff, we just love that. I mean, there's less of it in the music now, but that.
Well, I think you love that.
I love that. Yeah.
But so for people who don't know, the band is yourself and John on sort of guitar and bass and piano and these kind of things, and singing.
Yeah.
Stephen on drums.
Yeah. And
you have a fourth member rejoined.
Yes, yeah. Jamie left the band in the 80s sometime and then joined back up. I think it was 2016 maybe. He's a proper musician. He has a music degree and everything. John says that it took us that long to get good enough for Jamie to condescend to play with us again.
Well, so the influences on the band, I suppose, we've talked about some of them, like we played a bit of Neil Young, played a bit of Joni Mitchell. We had U2 there as well. And that was Therapy, so that's quite a mix.
Yeah. Therapy's a big favourite of Stephen, the drummer. Like the drumming in the Therapy stuff's amazing.
Yeah,
that guy Fife Ewing. Yeah. Stephen always cites Therapy as a big influence on him.
But another band that you said influenced you and is a band called Watercress, who I don't know an enormous amount about. I know they were around 99, 2000. They're from the north.
From the north, yeah. I actually don't even know. Belfast, I guess. But yeah, I say I have still seen them more than I've seen anybody else. And the way that they carried on stage was a huge influence on us. They were just supernatural. There was no kind of, rock starriness about them. They were just themselves. And yeah, that's what we always aspired to.
So maybe people are fans of Watercress and we'll have a chat about it. If you'd like to ask a question to Cormac or ask a question to a musician who's been going for 40 years and, it's just sitting underneath the mainstream, I suppose. 087 1818 100 if you'd like to get in touch on text or WhatsApp. Let's play some Watercress. This song is called Holiday. Love to know what you think of it. It's Radio Nova. Yeah, that is Watercress from the north. That song is called Holiday from their album Bummer from 2000, and a huge influence on Cormac from the band Stoat, who is here with us right now. Cormac, how are you getting on?
Good. Still good, yeah. Still good. Yeah, you haven't started to bore me yet.
No, that's good. I'll do my best. After this, we're going to chat about the brand new album I Contain Multitudes, and let's do that after this on Radio Nova. Yeah, it's Radio Nova. So we're here with Cormac from Stoat on the Nova guest list tonight. How you doing, Cormac?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, so a lot of people enjoying your choice of Watercress.
Good.
Who is that? That is excellent. That is a band called Watercress. And before that, someone else said they were jumping around the kitchen to Therapy. So good choices so far.
Good.
Let's talk about your album. So your brand new album, your third album, is called I Contain Multitudes, and it's out next Friday. I've had a listen. I think it's excellent. I think it's very Stoat, and if that makes sense, it's very full of your personality. And I think when I was starting out, you were a big band on the Dublin scene, and I loved your lyrics. I loved your ethos of how you wrote. Like the way you were in a band was just for the joy of it, and you had a strong personality. You never seemed to be chasing other people, which I thought was really inspiring for my band. And now this new album it's like a really good Stoat album, if that makes sense. It kind of, there's a lot of heart in there, there's a lot of questioning. The themes kind of seem like they might be, there's a lot of wisdom, like just kind of questioning the world. And so I mean, it's been has it been 5 years in the process?
Oh, I'd say so. Yeah. Like I said earlier, we move very slowly. So what's funny, comparing it to the other albums, like Isabel, my eldest, says the first album, like we were quite young when we wrote all those songs, and she's like, the first album is raging against the world, the second one is trying to come to terms with it, and then the third album is just about living in the world, just dealing with it. So Yeah, so there's new. I mean, we're a lot older now. We have mellowed out a bit.
Yeah, but it's interesting because there's two kind of approaches, I think, on the album, and I think both yourself and John. It's not as simple as John's songs sound like this and your songs like that. It's not as simple as that. But there is themes across John's stuff, and you have a kind of a more direct, I suppose, approach to writing.
Yeah. I mean, John works as a writer, so like he's more of a storyteller than I am. So his songs are more kind of storied kind of things, where my songs are just me talking like I talk in real life.
Yeah,
like that's. Jinx Lennon was from Dundalk, is a big inspiration for me for doing that. I just always was inspired by the way he's just himself, so I'm just trying to be just myself when I'm writing the songs.
Yeah, but sometimes that can be really kind of welcoming, but you lose a little bit of the kind of poetry or something, but that isn't the case on this album. The choruses across the album are exceptional, and even in some of the songs where I'm like, this one is more of a telling a story kind of song, or this one's more of a direct song, the chorus comes along and it's great. And I really would recommend people go and check out Stoat if you haven't heard of the band. Go and check out the first album, which I think is excellent, and then this one I think people will really enjoy as well. But let's play a song now for people. This song is called Abyss. Can you tell us a little bit about it before we play?
Well, this is one of John's ones. Like, I'd say we write about half and half of the songs. So he did lyrics for this. I just, sent a real rough cut to me. I have got more and more into playing piano since Jamie joined the band. He joined basically as a sax player, but has taken over more and more of the bass role, and I've started playing more piano. So we arranged it originally just as a voice and piano thing, and it just really worked. Yeah.
So just what is it about, I guess, if you don't mind.
It's about
you don't have
meeting the end. It's basically, having a sense of dread about the end of the world, but trying to meet that with a hopeful heart.
Well, I have to say that the opening lines of this are really, really great. This is the band Stoat from the new album. This is called Abyss. This is Radio Nova.
Oh, civilization, I'll miss you when you're gone. And you're gone.
Yeah, really love that. That is Stoat on Radio Nova from the new album I Contain Multitudes, which is out next Friday, and the song is called Abyss, and I really like that one. Cormac, you are a fan of that one as well.
Yeah, I love it.
You can say that. You can talk about your own songs.
Well, I think it's one of John's best now. I love it.
Yeah, it's really good. So there's those kind of songs, and that's a kind of a broader kind of song, and then there's songs. We're going to play a song called Why You Should Give Up on Your Dreams, and yeah, there's that. There's a difference between the way that you both write, I think, but there's a kind of a sad realism in this, or something, or like a sad wisdom.
I don't know if it has to be sad. I think.
I take it back.
Giving up on your dreams doesn't have to be a sad thing.
Well, that's interesting. So the song is Why You Should Give Up on Your Dreams,
yes.
And can you just give us a little background on that?
Well, obviously when I started playing in a band, I wanted to be the next U2, right? And that's something that I held in my heart for a long time. But I mean,
when you say you wanted to be the next U2, is that I want to be as big as U2?
Yeah.
Or is you want to be a stadium?
Oh no. We just wanted to be a famous band. When we were teenagers playing in a band, we were like, our parents don't understand us. They don't understand that music is a career, and they want us to have normal jobs and all that. But obviously we grew up. But I think that I realised eventually that wasn't the reason I was doing it, because and it's a cliche to say it's not the destination, it's the journey or whatever, but that Why You Should Give Up on Your Dreams in a way is me understanding that, or coming to the realisation that I had a story of my life that I wanted to tell at one point, and that I was making myself sad because the story wasn't true, but actually the life I was living was enjoyable and fulfilling anyway. So a lot of the sort of approach that, or if you hear this kind of sadness in some of my songs, it's about acknowledging that that the imagined adulthood that I thought that I would have when I was like a teenager is not the life I have now, but that it's still good.
Oh yeah, well, That's brilliant. This is Stoat and it's from the new album. This is called Why You Should Give Up on Your Dreams. I think you're going to like this one. 087 1818 100 if you'd like to ask Cormac a question or chat about Stoat or even comment on the songs. It's Radio Nova.
God loves it.
Yeah, that is Stoat. Why You Should Give Up on Your Dreams. Coming against the I suppose the cultural norms, and it's a great song as well. And there's loads of brilliant choruses like that across the album. And there's a huge sort of sense of, knowledge, like a peaceful knowledge, like knowing how good you are and knowing and using all your experience and just being just being excellent songwriters. And I love that fact. I get really excited as a kind of a person on the radio and as a musician when someone who's been making music for years and is not a famous artist releases something excellent. It's just that's the thing. I'm rooting for everybody. The thing is, no, but not that. That's what we're all doing. Like, you're just making music because we're humans, and music is a thing, and singing and playing is something that humans do, and you don't have to be constantly rewarded for everything for it to be great. Anyway, so I just think that's really important. So the big launch gig. So the album, first of all, is out on Friday. It's called I Contain Multitudes, and you'll be able to get it everywhere. And in the meantime, of course, you can listen to the other Stoat albums. But the big launch gig is next Friday in the Star Bar on Baggot Street. Can you tell us about the gig and what's going to be going on at it?
Hopefully it'll be a joyful occasion. There's two cool sport acts. There's a band called Dundalk Dolls who I really love, and there's a performance poet called Barry Curvin who does all the open mics, and he's really good.
Okay, cool.
And then it's us, and I think what to expect is joyfulness. That's what we strive towards when we are playing.
Yeah, no, I've been to see Stoat quite a few times, and it's always been very enjoyable. But yeah, I think Stephen is a real powerful, drummer, and yourself and John are doing the chats and playing the songs. It's really good. And will it be a greatest hit set, do you think, or would it be a sort of a?
We're trying to focus mostly on the new album.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, there'll be songs like Trampolina and Try Not to Think About It, and there will be a big cohort of people there who know the old stuff, and yeah, so we'll be playing some of the old stuff too.
Oh, excellent. Okay, great. Well, we're looking forward to that. So Stoat is the band, and we got a text in from Ray and Swords. Hi Ray. He says, love it, new fan.
Oh, brilliant.
So Ray, listen, go along to the gig, get the album next Friday. I suppose, is this going to, how are you kind of focusing releasing? Are you going to be just trying to play tons and tons of gigs, or is it going to be how
I am learning to use TikTok.
Oh,
so my children have been giving me TikTok lessons. So
what are TikTok lessons like?
It's like, oh, don't do that, Dad.
Yeah.
So just I've been exploring trying to promote the band on social media. We're playing a couple. We're playing one in August in Inchicore at a thing called the Works Festival. Be playing more in September.
Yeah.
So people will be able to see us if they want to come and see us.
Great.
But hopefully we'll be inescapable on things like TikTok.
My goodness, inescapable. It's terrifying. Why don't we do another one of your choices? Hot House Flowers. Why did you choose this song?
I think I'm the only one in the band who loves Hot House Flowers. But I went to Fela 90, the first Fela. It was the first music festival I was at, and Hot House Flowers, I wasn't really a fan before I went, but they blew my mind at this gig. I actually felt like oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. And I'd been to see big shows before, and I'd been to see a zillion small shows, but it was they were amazing. Okay, so do you want to introduce it? Yeah, it's Don't Go by the Hot House Flowers on Radio Nova. Hot House Flowers, Don't Go on Radio Nova, chosen by Cormac from Stoat, who are here to promote their brand new album I Contain Multitudes, which is out next Friday, along with their big launch gig in the Star Bar in Baggot Street. If you're liking what you're hearing, go along to that show next Friday. It's going to be fantastic. Cormac, if people wanted to ask you questions, is that okay? Yeah, please do. 087 1818 100. We're going to do a few questions after this, and we're going to play a new song as well. It's Radio Nova. Nova. Yeah, it's Radio Nova. It's Kieran McGuinness. If you'd like to chat to us here, we're here with Cormac from Stoat, and they are telling us all about their brand new album I Contain Multitudes. We played a few tracks off the album as well. It's really great, and they're playing the Star Bar in Baggot Street next Friday. Cormac. Yes.
You're a big live music fan. What kind of stuff do you normally go and see?
What I normally aim for is something to make me dance.
Okay.
So not necessarily dance music, but like, LCD Sound System, or actually, I was over at the Great Escape Festival in Brighton there recently, and I saw a daily band called Agrosopper from the Faroe Islands. Saw some punk band whose name escapes me now.
Tell me about that band. I'm into it already.
Agrosopper, they're really good.
Okay.
I was dancing my ass off. And
Agrosopper.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And I was...
I'm going to just introduce you before we go on to a band called Sprints. Do you know Sprints?
I do. I've seen them.
Great. They've got a brand new single out. This is very Fontaines, I think, and you'll see when you hear it. It's called Descartes, and it's brand new from Sprints on Radio Nova. Hello, this is Radio Nova, and that was Sprints Descartes, and brilliant live band, of course. They had their album was nominated for Choice Prize last year, and they've got a new album on the way as well, which is very exciting. That's the first single from it, so looking forward to that. We are here on the All Irish Hour with Cormac from Stoat. Have you enjoyed your time, Cormac?
Very much, very much. Yes, I always enjoy your company, Kieran.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for coming in. The new album is I Contain Multitudes. We'll chat about that a little more. A few questions in. Tara first. Yes, this is Tara. Where did you get the band name?
Oh,
Stoat.
Okay, well, the band name Stoat, the band is called after an actual stoat that John's mother was hanging out the washing line when we were hanging out when we were kids in his back garden, and a stoat sort of intimidated her and chased her into the house. So that's where we got the name from.
Amazing. Stoats were a big menace in the 80s.
Yeah.
And this is from Noel. Noel wants to know,
Noel.
What is your favourite Irish band?
My favourite Irish band. Wow. Okay. I'd say my favourite Irish artist is probably Jinx Lennon.
Jinx Lennon.
Yeah. And my favourite Irish band,
no offence, none taken,
ever, is probably the Pogues. Actually,
Pogues, okay,
yeah.
Great. I can see that. One of the songs you suggested was Fiesta, and I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's very kind of Stoaty buzz. Yeah.
Anyway, look, thank you so much for coming in. Is there another text in? There is. They're just really enjoying the music that you've chosen, so that's brilliant.
Excellent.
Thank you to Brian for that. Thank you so much for coming in. The album is called I Contain Multitudes. It's out next Friday. The band is Stoat, and I really, really enjoyed the album, and congrats on it. I think it's an achievement,
Thank you.
Well, I think, to be going for nearly 40 years and release something as good as this, I mean, that's not nothing, it's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, well, we keep trying to improve.
Yes, I can't go to the Star Bar next Friday because I will be playing a gig, which is sad, but I know you will have an amazing show at the Star Bar in Baggot Street next Friday to launch the album, and I'll see it at the next one.
Yes. Oh, excellent. Yes. Yeah. And come and say hello. If anybody who's listening is there, come and say hello.
Come to the brilliant Star Bar, next Friday. Brian says, going to check Stoat out. You absolutely do. So let's play your last choice. This is an emotional one. It's Damien Dempsey and Factories. Why did you choose this?
I love Damien Dempsey. I play a lot of open mics. We're actually playing an open mic tomorrow, the whole band, tomorrow's Circle Sessions in the International Bar. So I saw him a bunch of times there, and he just blew me away. There's just something about the guy's voice and his melodies that I just really like.
Oh, his presence as well.
His presence as well, yeah.
So this is your final selection. Cormac from Stoat, thank you so much for coming in and co-presenting the All Irish Hour for us here. And can you please introduce your final track?
Okay, final track is called Factories, Trains and Houses, and it's by Damien Dempsey.
And this is a brilliant live version that we have found for you here on Radio Nova. Thanks, Cormac.
Thank you.
The Nova Guest List Podcast with Kieran McGuinness. The very best in indie, alternative and homegrown music from the seriously addictive Radio Nova.